everybody, and happy Thursday. It is Thursday, January 26, 2022 at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And this is Lisa Freeman coming to you live on stampingwithlisa.com. Well, on YouTube, but from stampingwithlisa.com. And welcome, 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 everybody. Let me get through these ads so I can see how crooked I am. Oh, let me tilt this up so you don't see all my lights in there. That's a little bit better. All right, so this is what we're making today. It is a 9x9 framed art piece, and you could make it in a different size frame if you just adjust the measurements a little bit. If you want to make it 12x12, I would just put some bigger pieces in the background, but this frame is 9x9. I got it from Michael's, and it's one of their more expensive ones. I actually bought it by accident. I didn't realize the one I was buying had the canvas in the background. And that's why it was a little bit more expensive, but I got it at Christmas, so it was a little bit on sale. Oh, Spice Girl has some chicken and dumpling soup. That sounds yummy. Hello, everybody. Let me go through and say hello to everybody. Hey, Bill. Hey, Diana. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Julie. Hey, Tony. Hey, Terry. Hey, Spice Girl. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Beth. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Robin. I think I said Lynn. Did I say Lynn already? Hey, Lynn. All right, now I've lost track of where I was. Let me see. Okay. Hey, Minda. Yep, Beth was in class today, so she got to make this one. Hey, Dana. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Rochelle. Regina, Mary, Nina, Starla. Hello, 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 everybody. All right, so we're doing framed art tonight. So you're actually going to be making all of this. Well, I'm actually going to be making it, but you can make it because I'm going to give you all the dimensions and directions. We're going to be making it together. So it's really pretty easy. We made it in class today. So I was debating whether to do this tonight or Saturday night because it's probably going to be a longer video, probably maybe an hour. I don't know. So hopefully you guys can stick around for the whole thing. And, oh, Emma says she loves this, thinking of something like this for her bathroom. Yes, this would be good, especially if you live in a beachy town or have a beach house or, you know, live anywhere by the water. And you can also do this one, the bigger one, for a card if you want to. Or you could do a card and have like a couple of these all together if you wanted to shrink it into something smaller. So this is what I made last weekend. I always wait till the last minute, of course, to do all my projects because I never have enough time to do them ahead of time. So, all right. So I think what we're going to do is, this is how I did in class today. I did all the punched out pieces first, and then just kind of did each piece individually and then just put it all together. So that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to give you the dimensions of everything written down, not piece by piece, but on a piece of paper, and kind of show you as we go what they are. So you can take a screenshot of that. So let me put this up for a second. Oh, let me show you what's in here. We're using, these are the stamp sets that we're using. Seaside Bay, Friends Are Like Seashells, Season of Chic, and Lighting the Way. If you want to, oh, it's kind of got a glare on it. There you go. If you want to take a screenshot of those, or I'll put them out here like this. So we're using, from this one, the crab, not the bird. We're using the paper for the bird. This, and that's it. So the bird is actually from the paper. So there's paper in here. I have tape on this. I always put tape on my dies when I die cut them. So the By the Bay paper, actually this has the fish on the back. So it has birds on it, and you can die cut the birds with the die cut, and then it just pops out and you have the bird. So you don't even have to stamp that one. You could stamp it if you wanted to, if you don't have the dies or you don't have the paper, you could stamp the bird. So I stamped that ahead of time. And then I also stamped, not stamped, but punched out, stuck in there. There we go. This one. So there's not a stamp. This is a die. So I did these two ahead of time. just to save a little bit of time. But let me throw that away. All right, so we don't need those anymore. So that's 2 of our little die cuts, but I got to cut out some more later. And then on this one, we're using this stamp and this stamp. And I think that's it for that one. And then on this one, we're using this stamp. And on this one, we're using the words, follow your dreams. So those are the 4 stamp sets that you need. Oh, you know what? I forgot one. So the one that has this in it, the grass, I think it's on the horizon, but I'm not positive. We're using the grass from that too. I think that's which one it is, but I'm not positive. So if anybody can check that for me, let me know. All right, here are the supplies that you need. So I wrote them all down so you could take a screenshot like this. I'll hold it up. So you can take a screenshot. Let me make sure it's all the way in the picture. There we go. I know my handwriting is kind of messy, but I'm going to tell you each one. Okay, so for the Night of Navy, we have 3 pieces. So you have a 5 1/4 by 4 1/4. That's this one. You have 2 that are 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then you have a long one, 2 1/2 by 4 1/4. So that's your Night of Navy pieces. Then you've got Sahara Sand. That's this one, 5 by 4. And then we've got the designer paper. So the big one is this one. It's 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. So that's that one. The tall one is this one. This one is 2 1/4 by 4. And then there's the square one, which is this one, is 3 by 3. And these are all from the By the Bay paper. And then we've got one white 3 by 3 also. And then scraps of white for cutting out your shells and stuff, and the crabs and the birds. And then 2 strips of crumb cake. One is, this is actually the wrong size because I needed it this size, which was 4 3/4. So that should be 4 3/4. Let me change that. 4 3/4. Okay, so 1 inch by 4 3/4 is this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and snip it right this minute just to make it the right size. And I don't see my scissors. Here they are. So let's snip it. There. All right, so now it's the right size. So this one and then this one is 1 by 2 1/4. So 2 of these. And that's all the paper that you need besides the scrap paper. So that is everything that you need to get started. All right. The grass one is from Oceanfront. Okay. Sorry about that. Got the wrong set. So it's Oceanfront for the grass. And I'm using both of those. So the tall one and the small one. Okay. So let's get started. All right. So you're going to need your scraps first. So we're going to stamp the crab and the shell and the Night of Navy. Well, shells, plural. All right. So we've got Night of Navy. And let me move this closer out of the way. There we go. All right, so we're stamping the crab. And just put it on there like that. Then we're going to stamp the scallop also here. And then on another sheet of scrap paper, we're going to stamp the big conch shell from Friends Are Like Seashells. And we could probably do that this way. And then we're going to do our birds in soft suede. So we're done with the blue for now. So soft suede for these little birds. And these are called sandpipers. And we're just going to put these down here at the bottom. All right, and then I did a little bit of coloring before I cut these out. So I've got blender pen, and you know what I forgot is my Wink of Stella, but I think I got some here. Hopefully one of these is not empty. Yeah, this one's got some in it. Okay. All right, so what we're gonna do is we are gonna go blender pen on this one and just blend that in a little bit. And also, wipe that off. We're gonna do a little bit of blender pen on the birds, which is funny because it turns them a little bit reddish, even though this is a clear blender pen. It kind of gives them a little bit of red color from that brown. All right, and then we're gonna take Wink of Stella, and we're gonna do the crab with Wink of Stella and make him shiny. And also some on the shell. So they'll both be sparkling. So those two are sparkling. And then for the conch shell, I'm gonna go and do like every other area with Balmy Blue. This is Balmy Blue Light. And then I'm also gonna do a little bit of blue on the birds down here. Just a little bit. And then go with this is light crumb cake, and do, so it's almost like it's a little bit stripey looking. And you can overlap just a little bit. All right, so we've got all of our shells and birds done. Then we're gonna cut these out with our little mini Big Shot. Well, not Big Shot, sorry, called it the wrong name. Let me see if I can get it on here. Let me move this out of the way. All right, so we've got our little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Now I'm gonna do the big shell by hand. So let me just rip this part off. And I'm also gonna do this scallop shell by hand. There is a die that goes with these, but it's just easier to hand cut them, I think. So these, I'm gonna use the dies. And I always put my little, let me do it down here so it's not moving. All right, so we're gonna put this on here and line it up really straight. And then put my Post-it tape. So that's gonna hold it in place. So put that on here. And then for the crab, do the same thing. Oh, there it is. Whew. I need another piece. This is Post-it tape that I'm using just to hold my dies in place so they don't move once you get them where you want them. If you have the magnetic one, you can use that too, but I don't have the magnetic one, and then we don't sell it anymore either, so I just use the Post-it tape and it works great. All right, so put that in there, put this on top. And this is great if you're just sitting at your table and you don't have to get up and go do it somewhere else. And it pops them out just perfect. So here's our little birds, and here's our little crab, and there we go. All right, now I'm gonna hand cut the other little ones. Let me put this away. And this is so nice, it just folds up like that, and you can just carry it wherever you wanna go. And it's so handy, and you can get one really, really cheap right now with the starter kit special that's going on. All right, so these two, I'm gonna fussy cut real quick. Oh, I gotta do one more too. Let me get another piece of scrap. Hold on. I'll put this back in here so I can see it. Okay, we need one of these little mini conch shells. I think they are. And I did that in crumb cake. Okay. Oh, and I want to go over that. I think I'm going to do that with the Wink of Stella also. So that'll be a little bit sparkly. All right, so we're just going to fussy cut these out real quick, and I'm going to look at some comments. Let me see. Gosh, lots of comments. You guys are talking a lot. Love both C bundles. Me too. Emma says she just ordered Lighting the Way, and that's a really good set too. I haven't made many cards with it. I don't think I only made one card with it really, but I'll have to use it more often. Where are all our shimmerettes? Maybe eating dinner. I know we only have 91 people on tonight. That's kind of a small crowd for tonight. That's why I probably should have done it on Saturday. We had more people on here because Saturday night we usually get about 200. But you know, it's a work night or school night, so people probably have stuff to do. But we're just gonna fussy cut this real quick. These are super easy to fussy cut because there's not a lot of twists and turns. They're pretty easy. So there's one shell. And then for this one's another easy one. And voila, like 30 seconds, you cut this one out. I just figured that'd be too much die cutting if I had to do all of them. So I probably should have done these ahead of time for you guys, but that's all right. I know you guys love chatting amongst yourselves. Let me read some more. Watch and chat and make my tutorial on the replay. Okay. Thanks all. You mean they are cheating? What? Who's cheating? I missed that. They are partying elsewhere. Partying elsewhere. Oh, Rochelle says they're at another party. I don't know. Somebody else must be on live that's better than me. Let's see. Oregon is well represented. I know. Did you guys see? I posted on Facebook, if you're friends with me on Facebook. There was this really cute video on YouTube, one of those shorts, and it had a cat. And the cat was like all over this little jar of stuff, and it said cat crack on it. And then there's a voice of the cat saying, no, 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 don't take it away. Don't take it away. You can't take it away from me. I was just dying laughing. I don't even like cats. But I was dying laughing watching this little video, and I posted it, and I said, this is me with Tillamook ice cream. Because that's how I am. I'm like, oh, one more bite, one more bite. I just need one more bite. But I got rid of all of my ice cream. I had to eat it all before I started my diet. Isn't that a shame? When you start a diet, you got to eat all your fattening stuff in the house. That's a sad part. So you gain 10 pounds before you start the diet. All right, so we've got all of our little cutouts done. So here they are. All right, so now we're going to start putting these pieces together. So what we're going to do, let's start with the biggest one. So these two just get glued together. We don't have to do anything with that. So this is the Sahara sand, the big Sahara sand. Well, there's only one Sahara sand piece, and the biggest Night of Navy piece. And then for this piece, we're going to take this long piece of crumb cake. We're going to rip it right down the middle. So you use both of your thumbs and just go right down the middle, pulling it towards you. And try to get it pretty even. And then what we're going to do is take these two pieces and glue them down. But we want to stamp some sand on here. So we're going to stamp sand first. So I've got the little sand. And I think I'm going to use crumb cake. And just go along the edge. Oops. And put some sand. So can you guys see that? There's little sprinkles of sand on there. Hopefully you can see it. Yep. Okay. And then while I've got that out, I'm going to go ahead and do the other one. So this is the shorter piece of crumb cake. I'm going to go ahead and do this one too, the same way. So you're just going to rip it right down the middle, pull it towards you. And then you want the piece that's like the rougher edge facing up. And then that's the side you're going to stamp. So we're just going to do the same thing on here. Put some little sprinkles for the sand. And then we'll set that aside for another minute. And then I think that's it for just right this minute. All right, so now on this piece, we're gonna have these two pieces. Doesn't really matter which one goes on top, but I think I like, let me see. I think the bottom one goes on top of the other one. I think I like it like that. All right, so you're gonna glue this one down a little bit above the bottom, and I just am gonna put one strip of glue so I can tuck stuff in there. So you just want it about, I don't know, a quarter, half an inch, somewhere in there above your bottom. And you want this to go on top of that. So I think I need it a little bit higher. Just a little bit. And that's why I love this glue, because you can move it and then adjust it for a minute. All right, so there we go. We're gonna put that on top of that. Let's go all the way to the edge. Try not to get it on your fingers. And this you could do for any beachy card. I think it just really makes it look cool, like it's really sandy. And then we're gonna put our grassy stuff, this right here, we're gonna put that tucked in. So I'm just gonna put a little dab of glue there and tuck it under this piece right here. Just a little bit. And there we go. And then we're going to put the big bird next to that with dimensionals. And I got a brand new sheet of dimensionals because you're going to need a ton for this project. So, oops, I almost stuck them over there. And I know you guys are talking and I'm just not even paying attention. Let me see. Oh, Nina was watching Ruth. And then I came up on the screen, so she changed over to me. And go back and watch Ruth later. And you know I love Ruth, too. Let's see. Sucks to have to eat the ice cream. I know, it really does suck to have to eat the ice cream. But I tell you what, I enjoyed every last bite of that ice cream. Bundaberg. Who's from Bundaberg? That sounds like Germany. Is Bundaberg in Germany? It sounds like it. Nicole says that's one way of starting a diet. And Debbie Spicer says exactly the way I always start a diet. Eat all the stuff. You can't just throw it in the trash, you know. You have to eat it all. Although I still do have some chocolate in the house, so that's a bad thing, I guess. But I can control myself around chocolate more than I can control myself around ice cream. All right, so we're going to tuck the bird right in here next to the grass. Then we're going to take two of the other birds and tuck them in also in the grass a little bit. I'm just going to glue these down, the other two. And kind of tuck them, well, one right here down towards the bottom. And then one like in the grass. Oops, I already put glue on this one. Okay, so we'll tuck him in the grass. There. Okay, and then we're gonna stamp the little grass on this. So I've got the little grass from, that's the ocean front set. And we're gonna stamp that around the bottom. So just wherever you want. There we go. So we've got, you can put one more right here on the edge. All right, so that one is done. All right, and then we're gonna put it on this one. So let me get that out of the way. I love the back of this one. I think this is so pretty. All right, so we've got one part done. So we'll set that aside. So that's our first part. So that could easily be a card. If you wanted it to be a card, all you gotta just put like a piece of Sahara sand back piece, base card piece in back of it, and there you've got a card, and put some words right there. So there's one. All right, so let's move to the long one. So that one's got the shells on here like that, and we've also got these two pieces of our I think I'm going to put this one on the top and this one on the bottom. So we're going to do the same thing. So glue this down with just like one strip of glue and tape it down a little bit above the bottom so you've got enough room. Push it up just a little bit. You just want to make sure none of this paper is showing underneath. So perfect. Glue that one down. And then again, oh, I forgot to do something on the first one. Let me show you what you got to do. And I'm going to do that on this one too. So you got to take your fingernails and curl this to give it that 3D look. You want to curl these little pieces of sand. So it kind of looks like it's sticking up a little bit. Like that. So there you go. And then we're going to do that on here too. So just curl up those edges a little bit. And if you don't have any fingernails, use some scissors or something, or some kind of scraping tool or something. All right, and then for this one, we're going to tuck this one down in here like so with just glue right on the edge. And then we're going to take this one, put it on with dimensionals. This is going together pretty quickly. I guess it's easier when we don't have a whole table full of people doing it. And then this one's just going to kind of go on top of that, like that. And then that goes on the long piece of the Night of Navy. Oops, and this is right hanging over the edge, so let me trim it. The back of the paper is so pretty, I hate to mess it up. Hate to glue it down. And I have a couple cute little jokes for you tonight because Debbie Spicer sent me a couple right before the video. So I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget. All right, so for this one, we've got 2 squares of white. We're going to be sponging both of these. So we're going to be doing the, let me do the blue first. So on the white one, we're going to do blue on the top. And this is balmy blue. So just get some ink, and I'm going to have it upside down because I'm going to do this part first. So we're just going to sponge the sky, and then I'll flip it around. So we want half blue and half crumb cake. I think my pad needs re-inking. And you can do it as dark or as light as you want. It doesn't matter. I like to give it pretty good color though. All right, so that's the sky. So we're done with that one. And then we're going to do crumb cake on the bottom. So we've got our crumb cake pad. And just do that all the way across the bottom. If you wanted to have like a real horizon line, you could put a Post-it. But I wanted mine more subtle, so I didn't do that. Mine will just kind of blend together in the middle a little bit. And I did a card with this technique a long time ago with the circles, and then I stamped, it was a circle, and then I had the grass, this grass, stamped right here, and then I put some words, and that was one of my most popular videos ever. It was like 5 cards in 10 minutes, I think, and that's all I did was I had just circles with this on it, and the grass and the words, and it made a super, super quick and easy card. So you could do it with square too, and just take your square, stamp that grass right there, which is what we're going to do in a minute, and stamp some words on it, and you're just done. All right, and then this one, we're going to do kind of the same thing. This already has the sky, So we're just going to do the bottom. We're going to cover that up with a little bit of sand. So we're going to make this sandy looking on the bottom. And this one takes a little bit longer because you want to cover up. You want to make it look like it's not blue at the bottom. So it's looking a little bit dirty. But I love this paper. And this is that By the Bay designer paper. It comes in a pack of 48 sheets, 6x6. So you get 4 sheets of each one. All right, so that's pretty good. And I think we are done with that color. Now we're going to go back to the soft suede, and we're going to stamp our grass. So this one's going to have grass. Hopefully I got enough ink left on here. Yep. So we've got a couple of the big grasses, and then we're going to have a couple of the little grass. And I don't know if I can fit another one in there, so I might just maybe do one right here. There we go. All right, so there's that one, and then we need the words, which are in Night of Navy. I'll move that out of the way. So this is Night of Navy, and the words from that Lighting the Way stamp set, and this says Follow Your Dreams. So we'll just put that right in the corner. So you could make a card with this if you just put this on white cardstock or even balmy blue and just had this as your card, like, you know, maybe a piece of balmy blue behind it or white, and did that. That would be a perfect card. Maybe put some ribbon. Easy peasy. All right, so that's that square, and then we're going to put that on with our Night of Navy back. And there you go. So there's another square done. So now we're almost 3/4 of the way done. That's crazy. It's only been 30 minutes. And I didn't even do any talking at the beginning of this, so we're going to have to talk at the end. All right, so here's the shells. We're going to put those in soft suede. And I'm going to read a few comments because I have been skipping these comments. Let's see. Oh, Sherry says we like long videos. Spice Girl says Oregon is where it's at. You guys are so funny. We get more time with you. That's right. And I am a lot of fun. I talked to my mother right before the video, and I told her her video from Christmas has gotten 280,000 views now. So we're almost to 300,000. And she is like so ecstatic. She's like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Because she said, I said, guess how many views you've got now? Now I told her last time I talked to her, I said, you're up to 120,000. And well, I think I talked to her after. That was just like a week or so ago. And then I talked to her the other day and I forgot about it. But she goes, 2,000. And I said, I told you the other day it was 120,000. And she said, oh yeah, that's right. So I told her it was 280,000. She's like, are you kidding me? I said, no. I said, I guess people like watching you shake your booty and dance. I thought it was so funny. Starless says, oh shucks, I have to eat the ice cream. A week goes by and I say I have not had any for such a long time. I know it. I wanted some so bad today. I was craving ice cream like crazy. But I didn't have any, so I didn't eat. I had some yogurt instead. Let's see. I just skipped a whole bunch. Hold on. Spice Girl says, the paper's awesome. I have it on almost order. What? Oh, it's Australia. Okay. I thought it was just sounded like German. That place. I've never heard of a couple of these places. I've never heard of Claire Vlahov either. And Zari. I haven't. Genuine sorry. Huh. Klamath Falls. I don't know where any of you guys are talking about. I'd love to go to Australia sometime, though, if that's where it is. Let's see. Spice Girl, you can go through the Nullarbor Plain via train or car. My daughter went to Australia for her senior, what do you call it? Australia and New Zealand. Okay, I think I've caught, yeah, Mom the Movie Star. That's right. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put these shells at the very bottom. And then we're going to put some of the grassy stuff on the side. I love this grass. And then we're going to fill it in with the shells. So we have the shell, the crab, and the bird left. So the shell and the bird are going on this one, both with dimensionals. And we're just going to pop it right in the middle. And then one on the bird. Should have used a little one on that bird because he's just a little bird. All right, so this is going to be like diagonal across here. And then the bird's just going to be kind of under the shell, just walking along. And then we're going to have the back of this one. So this really goes together pretty quick if you have everything already cut and ready to go. All right. So then that's it. So to put it together, what I did, I know you're going to have a glare on here. Let me see if I can find something to set it up. Let me put some stamp sets in there. Okay. There we go. No, it's still got a glare, but all right. So what I did was I just took this one, put it up at the top. This one goes at the bottom. This one's at the top. This one's at the bottom. And then I took the crab, put that on dimensionals, and just put it right there. And then you're done. And that's how we did it. And that's all you got to do. So super easy peasy. And you could make a bunch of those for gifts for, you know, whoever is on your list. I did put, because this had the canvas on it, if you get one that doesn't have canvas, you can put a piece of Sahara sandpaper for your background. I think the inside of the frame is like 8.5 by 8.5. But because mine had the like canvasy background, I used about 9 dimensionals on this and about 12 on this because it tends to not stick that well. So there you go. So what do you guys think? Did you love it? Love it? I'm going to tell you my jokes now. And, oh, I got to talk about this too. Oh, let me put my piece of paper pad under here. So, all right. So I haven't had this here the whole time. So don't forget, there's the host code if you want to place an order. This is the card kit that you will get in the mail. A set of 3 of these to make these cards. All the supplies. And that's if your order is over $50. And use the host code. And thank you to everybody who's ordered and used the host code. And then if you order over $100, you'll also get these. And if you have a bigger order, I always stick a couple little extra things in there too. And don't forget, it's Celebration. You can get lots of free stuff in here. Everything in this catalog is free. And if your order's over 300, you get the host set also on top of all the other stuff. And you can also join. If your order is about $100 or $175, you could get it way cheaper by joining Stampin' Up. So if you join, you can get one of these mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machines, either blue or white, like the one that I used tonight, plus $175 of product for only $129. If you don't want that, you can get it without it for $99. So you get a ton of free stuff and free shipping. It's a great, great deal. And it's only available during Celebration. So that's my plug for that. All right, we got 2 jokes. You ready? Let me read the comments real quick. That's beautiful. And it didn't look hard. It was not hard at all. It's very easy to do. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, Sherry. Thanks, Starla. Thanks, Nicole. Now, some people call it samplers. I always call it just framed art, but it is kind of like a sampler too, because you get a sample of all different little cards. Let's see. Where did I get the shadow box? At Michael's. I got it on sale. It's normally like, I think $27.99 for this one. So I got them at Christmas. They were buy one, get two free. So they came out, and then I had like a coupon too. So I think they came out to like $8 or $9 a piece, but they do have frames that are cheaper than that there. This is just one of the nicer ones. Spice Girl, you should make this. All right, you ready for the jokes? Here you go. A math teacher says to the class, if I have 5 bottles in one hand and 6 in the other, what do I have? And Johnny says, a drinking problem. I thought that was cute. All right, the other one says, these are math jokes. Relationships are a lot like algebra. Have you ever looked at your ex and wondered why? That's the letter X and the letter Y. Yes, 12 by 12 frame from Stampin' Up. I don't think Stampin' Up has a 12 by 12 frame. I don't think I've ever seen a 12 by 12 frame from Stampin' Up. I might be mistaken, but Vicki, I don't remember seeing a 12 by 12 frame from Stampin' Up. I must have missed it if we had one. Let's see. Ha ha ha. So apt. Yes. Yes. You guys know I used to be a math teacher. All right, you guys, that's it for me. That was shorter than I thought. I thought we'd definitely be on here an hour, but it went by faster than I thought. So, you guys, if you want to make it, make sure you get well, hopefully you got a screenshot of the dimensions. I'll hold it up one more time in case you didn't get it. That is the dimensions. Or you can go back to the beginning and start over. But that's the paper that you need to make it. And then you needed those 4 stamp sets. And you can just scroll back to the beginning and watch the replay. All right, so it's on the kids page at the bottom. What? How have I never seen that? It's on the kids page at the bottom. I'm going to have to go look at that because I did not know we had 12 by 12 frames. That is crazy. Okay. Well, thank you, Vicki, because I did not know that, as well as I'm sure most people on here. So you taught me something new today. All right, you guys, I'll be back Saturday night for Date Night with Lisa at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So get ready for that. I'll try and come up with something exciting. And I'm going to go look up those frames right now and see about that, because I would much rather buy them from Stampin' Up than Michael's, because I hate giving Michael's my money. So, all right, everybody take care, stay warm, stay safe, and I'll be back soon. Bye-bye.